Oh, this is a continuation. This video is a continuation of yesterday's video that we were talking about menstrual matters, menstrual health in the villages or in the African communities, of which we're talking about some of the things that I personally like. I used to like use. So you'll find that in most of the African communities, okay, or yeah, especially in the remote areas, in the far, yeah, especially in the remote areas, you'll find that most of the people use different things when it came to menstrual health and menstrual period during that time of the month. And this is something that is really affecting African kids, African children, African girls. Yeah, because it's affecting their health, it's affecting their psychological, how can I put it? It's affecting them psychologically. It's also affecting them emotionally. Yeah, it's also and it's also affecting their education, because you'll find that most of the people, or rather most of the girls, especially in the community, in the interior part of the community, most of them, when it comes to during that time of the month, whereby when they're expecting their periods, or when they are expecting their period, their menstrual period or menstrual cycle has already started, most of them don't go to school. Why? Because they don't have access to these pads, these sanitary pads. They don't have the access to these pads, and they are very much afraid that if at all they go to school and maybe it leaks out, because most of the schools are mixed schools. In mixed schools, I mean boys and girls school. So you can imagine when the blood comes out, when you have a leakage during that time, and you are in school and you are a child, yeah, because most of them, yeah, they're kids at the end of the day, they're below 18. So you'll find out that most of them are very embarrassed. They don't want that to happen, that accident to happen, because removing that memory from that experience, yeah, from the memory of like boys, yeah, it's going to be like very difficult, because anytime they come to school, the other children will just have that picture of what happened previously to the girl when it came to maybe the leakage during her menstrual period and such. So most of them tend to stay at home rather than going to school. So they miss out a lot. You can imagine missing out a lot just because of because you're expecting your periods or you are in your periods. So most of them, first of all, they don't go to school. Another thing also, it's also affecting them emotionally, because when they are not going to school, what do you think the kids are feeling? How are they feeling? It's kind of affecting them, because the others are continuing their education. With them, they're not even going to school. A lot of things, emotions running here and there in their brains, yeah, concerning their education and what have you. So we found out that okay, when they're not going to school, they're also losing a lot, because the teacher is not going to go back and teach them what the others were taught while they were away. In fact, most of them will be punished, because if I told you don't go to school, you don't have a tangible reason as to why you never went to school, or even if you have a tangible reason, especially in this scenario whereby I didn't go to school because of expecting my periods and I cannot access the parts, and I'm very afraid of going to school, because I'm afraid of maybe uh, occurrence of any leakage. And so they cannot tell the teacher, they cannot approach the teacher and tell the teacher, by the do you know, sir, or do you know, madam, this is what happened, I was expecting my periods and as such I couldn't come to school. They cannot say that, because first of all they're also shy of telling the teacher, and secondly also maybe the teacher is also a male, the class teacher is also a male. How do you expect a girl to come and tell the male teacher that she didn't ever came to school because she was expecting her periods? That's it. So you will find out that most of them used to use, different communities used to use different can I say things when it came to that time of the month, that yeah, when they're expecting the periods, because they couldn't access the what is it, they couldn't access because they can't accept the sanitary towels. Most of them used what do you call it, sisal leaves. For those people who know sisal leaves, they take the sisal leaves. After taking the sisal leaves, there is a way of which they remove the fibers. There is a way of which they remove the fibers. They dry it. After drying it, so this is what they will be using. Yeah, they just stock it. Yeah, so when it comes to that period, that day, that is what they use on their panties, and and life continues. But what they one disadvantage of using the sisal leaves, because these sisal leaves are used to make ropes. I think you know them. They used to make ropes. They used to make mats. Yes, they also used to make mats. They also used to make rugs. Yes, and in this scenario, they used to make pads. Yeah, for those people who cannot afford the pads, the normal pads that are bought from the markets. There's always Cortex, Marvel Guard, such stuff. So if at all they couldn't they couldn't have any access to the parts, that is what they used to do. But one of the disadvantage of using these fibers is that they can be very itchy. They can be very itchy, very, very itchy, especially if they get into contact with any liquid. They are very itchy. So at the end of the day, you'll find that your thighs, like kind of, they have bruises because they are very itchy. You feel like scratching them now and again. Just uncomfortable. It just makes your day very, very bad, and you just feel uncomfortable and such. So another thing that they used to do, and they are still used to using, yeah, especially the masses who are still not that well exposed to this stuff, they used to use the rugs, like which I used to use the rugs, maybe like old clothes. You would cut them so nicely, and there's a way in which you fold them. After folding them, that is what you use, and then after using them, you can either throw them away or you can wash them. So it is one hell of activities. So one of the disadvantages of using the clothes, yeah, like me on my part, is that you need to have plenty of water. Plenty of water. And you also need to have access to soap. So you know, most of the African communities, they cannot access the soap, especially now with all the taxes and everything. And also most of them, they cannot even access water, especially those people who are coming from the remote far of the country. They cannot access water. So you can imagine, if at all you're using the rugs, here is a working scenario whereby you cannot even access that water to drink, let alone the water. Now, can you access the water to wash these rugs? No, you couldn't. So they normally use, so this method was only used, the use of the rugs were only used for only those people, specific people who could access water. And in this case, I, as a person, we used to access water because we live near the lake. So accessing water was very easy, and then the soap was also there. So I wasn't having any problem when it came to the, what do we call it, washing of those rugs. And another disadvantage is that if at all you are dirty, or maybe you're that person who is not that clean, I tell you, you'll smell, and you'll smell. There's nothing that smells bad like blood. It smells so bad. So you just need it to be hygienic, top notch hygienic. Yes, during that time, you just have to be very clean. When washing, I would wash them, soak them, then at night again I would just wash, then air them at night so that nobody could see me. That is what I used to do. Just doing things in secret, so that nobody could see me. So that is another thing. Another thing that is still being practiced, I think, yes, it's still another method, or another thing that that people still use, is especially during the olden days, they used to use the cow skin. There's a way in which this cow skin was taken, and then after it has been taken from the animal, there's a way in which they were being dried. After being dried, so there's also a way in which they would make it like like a ball or something. Yes, like a ball or something. So that ball, this how they were used to tie it. Yeah, it was like a panty. You just like wear it like a panty, but yes, yeah, you would wear it like a panty. So when you are experiencing your menstrual periods, the blood just flows inside it, the ball, kind of, that skin. There's a way in which it was being made so that at least the blood could just flow there. Then after that, when you feel that it is like almost full or full, you can even go take it out and pour it out, clean it a little, and continue. That is also another way, another thing that they used to do. That they like. Is it the fourth one? The first one was what? The first one was sisal leaves. The second one was the rags. The third one was the goat skin or cow skin that they used to tie it around their waist. Is a way in which it's made like a pant that you can wear. You can wear, but in the middle it's like a bowl. So when you are experiencing your what do you call it, your menstrual period, you get the periods or the blood just flows inside it. When it's almost full or when it's full, just take it out, you go pour it out, you clean that place, and you continue. Another thing that they used to use is the cotton wool, especially for those people who used to grow the cotton wool. Yeah, yes, there are other people, or rather there are communities that uses the cotton, that plants cotton. So if you're told you're planting cotton, it's an advantage to you, because at least when you're harvesting those cotton, there are some that you can keep aside. Instead of taking them all to the factory for processing and such, you take some. Then after taking some, you remove the seeds. After removing the seeds, these are the things that you use. This is the cotton wool that you use. Just store it aside and keep it aside. And then when it comes to that time of the month, you just take it, you put it in, you place it inside your panty, and that's it. That's how it is. You use it like that. But in this scenario, it is soft. Yes, it's succulent. Yeah, it's very comfortable, but still you cannot reuse it. Just throw it away. Once you've used it, you know, with cotton wool, just throw it away. But the disadvantage part of it is that it can leak. Yeah, you see, it can leak because it's light. It's light, so it can leak. So you just have to be very careful when it comes to using cotton wool. Another thing that they used to do, especially the Maasai community, and I don't know whether they're still using it or not, because okay, one day I will talk about more about the menstrual health and about the menstrual health. The Maasai used to like when it used to reach that period of the month, you'll find that they would dig a hole, not like digging a hole as such, but at the center or at these edges of the house, inside the house, they would like remove some sand. After removing the sand, so the woman would like sit in the middle of the hole. Yeah, it was like a small hole that they used to dig. After digging it, then the woman would just sit there throughout that menstrual period. Even if it's going to take a week, there is where the woman will be sitting till it flows. So the blood will just flow inside the hole, just flow inside the hole till the woman finishes her cycle. Then after finishing her cycle, she would again bury everything, the blood and such. She would just bury everything, waiting for another month to come. It was that cumbersome. So I used to wonder, how are the girls doing? But I can't put a lot on it, because the girls used to sleep in a different house. Yeah, in different houses. The boys also used to sleep in different houses. So I think it was very easy, especially to the girls, if at all they were experiencing their or expecting their menstrual periods or something. They will just do the same as their fellow mothers. Yes, let me say mothers, because the Maasai, especially the Maasai, the Turkana, they used to have many wives, so they will also use the same way, the same method, just digging the hole. After digging the hole, they would sit on it till their menstrual cycle or periods or days are over. So that is how they used to do. And I know you'll be wondering then, when especially this last method, like when they're doing this, when they are sitting on that hole, or when they're expecting their menstrual cycle, what about the kids? If at all this person had kids or such, what about the kids? The kids were taken care of by the co-wife, yeah, because when the masses, they normally marry more than one wife. So if at all you are you're one of the wives and you are expecting or experiencing your expecting your menstrual periods, what you used to do is that the wife would take over, yeah, the general maintenance of the house, like cooking for the husband, cooking for the kids, taking care of the animals and farm and such. So this other woman who just be there relaxing till the period her menstrual period ends. So that is how they used to do it. So there was no problem like because I'm expecting my periods now, who is going to be taking care of my family, who is going to be taking care of my husband. No, there was no such a thing, because the other wife, the co-wife school, like alternative at all, it's the co-wife's turn to, or the co-wife is also expecting periods, the other wife would also do the same. Yes, so there was nothing like and then when it comes to the Maasai, they used to consider women who are expecting or their periods as not clean. Yeah, they used to that is their notion, that when you are expecting your period, you're not that clean, you're not clean, so you're not supposed to be handling your husband's food or any other male's food. Even the boys who have already been circumcised, you are not supposed to be touching their food, because to them you are unclean. So since you are unclean, you're not supposed to be touching the male's food, especially the male who have already been circumcised. Yes, you are not supposed to be touching their food. And that's the reason as to why, that's the one reason why the Maasai used to marry more than one wife. Right now they can marry one, and they are still like that, but in the olden days or back then, they used to marry more than one wife. So these students don't, this like this how can I put it, this video is long. This video that concerns like menstrual periods and such is very long and is very wide, of which I still have to tackle some, but for now let me end here. So part 3 is coming. So if at all you've been watching this video and you haven't subscribed, please, I don't know what you're waiting for. Kindly subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend about us. Tell a friend to tell a friend about us, and remember to share, and like. Till then, tomorrow is another video. We are still continuing with menstrual health, with matters menstrual health. So tune in tomorrow for another video. Till then, bye.